Hello, hello. Welcome to 5D Transformations. And we are here. Wanted to do just a quick video continuing to talk about some of the aspects of narcissism and dealing with narcissists. In this video, I really wanted to just touch on the fact that narcissists drain your life force. And that's the title because essentially, what you'll notice a lot of the time in narcissistic relationships, particularly if you're a very upbeat, uh, good energy kind of person, high energy kind of person, once you end up in a scenario with a narcissist, generally you'll be finding yourself drained and dealing with a lot of that primal life force, that positive, powerful life force energy is you're gonna feel it being pulled from you, and a lot of the time it's hard to understand why. So there's a lot of different things that narcissists do to take that energy from you. So I'll give you just little things to be aware of, that they'll do that'll subtly pull your energy. And for a lot of people, you might not know why they're making you feel this way or how they're doing it. So just to throw out a few things, I wanted to touch on one of those things is going to be disagreements. Disagreeing. So generally, you'll have a perspective on how you view things in your life, how you principles that you believe in, ideas that you have, goals that you want to achieve, things that you're building. And narcissists will generally, it can almost feel like an attack. They'll disagree with it and chop down a lot of the ideas you have, which begin to make you have to support or try to stand up for yourself. They can trigger doubt. They can trigger in you like, am I making the right decision? Am I going in the right direction? So, dreams are things that, and goals and, activities, these things take time to develop, like a little plant, like a seed that turns into like a plant that turns into a tree. And if these attacks that they're doing is potentially cutting the tree or stopping the growth, it's like they're trying to stop it before it can fully sprout and reach its ultimate level. So keep in mind that that's something that they'll do in order to drain your life force because you're trying to put energy into something. So when someone is denying that or blocking that, where does all that energy go? It comes back to you, but it comes back negatively because it's not being channeled to help something grow. It's being blocked, and that blocked energy gets trapped. So a lot of that energy begins to feel trapped, and you'll notice you'll be in a lot of scenarios and circumstances where you feel trapped with the narcissist, or your ideas are being trapped, or your movement is being trapped or blocked. So keep that in mind. Um, how'd you feel about that?
Yeah, I guess the only I would just add on to that is the self doubt that you feel a lot of the times when dealing with narcissists, or people who have narcissistic tendencies, especially as when you're young. If you're in a household or something like that, I have seen a lot of the times where um, it does create a lot of self doubt and like just wonder and questioning yourself, when it comes to certain things you want to achieve. And when you want to achieve something that is not aligned with what they see for you or their goal, a lot of the times you're not able to um, obtain that unless you kind of like go for it yourself. But a lot of the times, a lot what you find valuable for yourself, they won't agree with it or support it or be positive to it. So it does create a lot of self doubt. I would say, especially as a younger age, and that could be harmful. As you get older, not really knowing yourself and knowing, being tuned into like who you are and stuff like that.
Definitely. So here's a few other things, just to keep it quick. Questioning. There's going to be a lot of questioning, which is what does it do? It triggers doubt. You know, and you'll find yourself in a loop, constantly trying to explain or validate why you're doing what you're doing. They keep questioning it. They keep, doubting it. So you're going to see a lot of questioning, a lot of doubt. A lot of these questions as well are meant to dig into your skin because the questions they ask you, once you leave that narcissist, those questions begin to manifest within yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And then you find yourself questioning yourself. And the thing about going after your goals and your purpose and whatever it is that you're doing, you can't be questioning yourself. You have to believe. The opposite of belief to a degree is like questioning or doubting. So they're triggering those things in you. A lot of the time, there's going to be slights. And the thing about slights when it comes to narcissists and slights are essentially someone saying, "Oh, I see what you're doing. That's nice for somebody at your level, or that's nice that you're, you know, um, trying to do something, or oh, you're doing that. Yeah, you gotta try to do something in your life, like, or little things like they might say something like be real, be in reality, what it like. So it's like they can give you a compliment, but there's a backhand going there. Like, well, it's pretty good that you're going after what you're going after. Maybe it can do something. I don't know, but it's not like that. Like, wow, you can do it. I believe in you. It's never you can do it. I believe in you. I'm behind you. It's always this. Oh, okay, or uh, yeah, it's just that, you know what I mean? So they're infusing that in you through the conversation, and just to say, man, you can't be in relationships with people that don't align with your goals and that aren't fully supportive of where you're going and what you're doing. So these little things can trigger doubt. You know what I mean? They can trigger those kind of problems. Another thing to look out for, or that you're probably experiencing if you're dealing with a narcissist, is like critiques.
Yeah.
They're always nitpicking at something. You can create a perfect drawing, and they'll be like, "Well, there's a little line right here that's off. You need to clean that off." Or like there's kids who had parents that are narcissists where they got straight A's and a B, and they get punished because of the B, or they get straight A's and they're like, "But you got a 92 in your one class," you know. So you can always feel like it's never good enough. Let's say you're a student, an athlete as a child. You scored 30 points a game, and it's like, yeah, but you should have made that one layup. So this perpetuates over time and work in your life. Oh, I just did this. Oh, I'm getting married. Oh, but your partner isn't good enough. Oh, I just bought a car. I just did this. Oh, but this is this. So you're always felt like you're incomplete. Your reality is never validated. So they're constantly gonna never fully validate your reality unless it fits the in the picture that they see for you. So you can be the most brilliant, most talented kid in the family, but they'll give praises to a kid who has half the ability that you have because that kid might be more willing to conform to what they view as successful. Not only that, but they create even within families, there might be three brothers or three sisters. They'll always have a favorite, then there'll always be a black sheep. And we'll probably do a video on a black sheep later, but the black sheep is the one that they polarize the family against each other. So, oh well, you never do this as good as this is your older sister, or you need to do things like your older sister, or you need to, you know what I mean? Or let's say that you're the younger sister. They treat the younger sister so nice, but then they'll treat you like you're the black sheep, like you have all the problems. You might have gotten perfect grades throughout school, but you got ridiculed because you were dealing with weight issues. But this other child might be having horrible grades, horrible attitude, but they get the praise because the mother or father takes a liking to them. So the whole goal is to make you feel isolated, make you feel as though there's something wrong with you, and then they always have to win over one child. So then it creates this polarizing effect, and it's meant to manipulate you like a puppet to where you try to perform and overperform in order to get the praise that your sister might have had. Or for some of you in relationships, you might have a narcissistic partner that brings up old girlfriends or old boyfriends that she had that had this and had that, and oh, she was so pretty, he was so successful and he was so great at this. And yeah, I dated a guy that was, that I was with for 2 years. He was a millionaire, but just hypothetically, right? Or that soup you made was really good. It was almost as good as what's his name's food, So they're using that to manipulate you, to make you feel like they're better than you, to make it feel like I've dealt with someone of higher caliber than you. And whatever you do is still not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Now there are people out there that like this they like it, whether consciously or subconsciously, this self-deprecating uh, experience. Like some people are very masochistic and more so in that kind of scenario where they like to be critiqued. Sorry, guys, we have another business that's been very busy today, but we wanted to get this out to you. But nonetheless, these are the things that you want to look out for. Generally, if they paint a picture as if you're not good enough, and where you have things that no matter what you do, it's never good enough. So look out for these things, because if you notice any friend, any family member, any person in your life, at your job, a lot of people see this at work. You're constantly working hard, and then the little thing you do wrong, they blow it up and they make it really big. All the good things you do get undermined. All the bad things you do get blown up. You don't want to be in an environment like that. You don't deserve to be in an environment like that. And you shouldn't accept that from anybody, because ultimately we need to find the best within ourselves. We always want to grow. There's always things we can improve on, but it should be balanced. It should never be imbalanced where the negative things you're experiencing are outweighing the positives. So just keep that in mind. Wanted to just share that with you. And don't let them bring down your light. Shine so bright to where they have to just bow down and look at it. Look at the sun. All right. So like we always say, let the God within you shine bright. We appreciate you for listening, and we'll talk to you all soon.